Hey Aquarius, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is going to be our weekly reading for June 16th through the 22nd. At the heart of your reading, we have the Sun in reverse. This feels like cautious optimism. Like you're putting effort into restraining your optimism. Interesting. Show me the challenge. Two of Pentacles, streamlining. Okay, so the Sun energy is like seeing everything that exists ahead of you as opportunity, like plentiful opportunity, sensing the abundance that's out there for the taking. Let's say the metaphor of like, well, I'm kind of getting it like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory when everything is edible, but they're giving it to me in like sort of a Garden of Eden sense. Let's just say, let's use utopian instead of that Garden of Eden, because it doesn't have like the biblical connotation, the energy that I'm getting. It's like a landscape that is so fertile that you can just walk around outside and like, okay, here's an avocado and here's a peach and here's like just everything that you might want to eat and enjoy. It feels very plentiful and indulgent and easy. Now, remember I was picking up on the fact that you're kind of restraining yourself with this Two of Pentacles energy that's like, okay, I don't want to go and pick more fruit than I can eat because it's going to spoil. So let me plan, okay, let me think for a moment. How much do I need right now? Or how much do I and my family need right now? I'm not so desperate that I need to hoard all of these resources. I trust that this abundance is going to continue to be available to me. And if I pick all of it now, then there's not going to be any left for next week or next month because it will have all been picked or plucked or what have you. So in some sense, you're going through that in life right now. Like, not wanting to sign on to multiple opportunities at the same time. The Two of Pentacles is a challenge, though, so you may be struggling to prioritize. Like, well, maybe I want a fridge full of produce. Maybe I don't care that a bunch of it is going to go bad. Maybe I want the selection available to me in the moment. It comes through very much as being indecisive, but embracing that. Like, I don't want to have to decide right now. But deciding is what the challenge that you're meant to overcome. Which I think means you're meant to decide, streamline, simplify in some way. Show me Aquarian's focus. What are we focused on? Devil in reverse. Overcoming temptation. Overcoming a negative pattern, perhaps? Overindulging? Yeah, so this kind of ups the game with the challenge, right? When you bring in devil energy, it's like there's something problematic about this urge to hoard or to, like, is it coming from a lack mentality? Is it coming from greed? Is it coming from, like, fear of not being able to have more? Are you harming others in some way if you were to, let's extend that metaphor, pluck all the trees and plants bare so that you can choose. But what about everyone else that wants to enjoy the fertile valley? It's like, are you thinking about your community? Are you thinking about your society? Now, I'm bringing those up as potential ways that this energy could manifest. It's not going to be exactly that for everyone. There's something about, okay, let me see if I can help you identify what it is. It's going to be something that you feel bad about yourself for. Some part of you is going to know this twinge of like, oh, I shouldn't be this way. In like an honest assessment of yourself sort of way. Like, this is my shadow and I should, I want, because it's reversed, you're already aware of what it is and you're trying to incorporate this aspect of yourself so that it works in your favor and it doesn't hurt anyone else or take from anyone else in the process. So whatever it is for you, whether it's overindulgence or addiction or indecisiveness or not being able to consider what to accumulate now versus what you can actually use, versus what you should accumulate in comparison to what you should leave available to your community. Like, those are all various different ways that this energy could manifest, and it may not, likely is not, all of those things for all of you. So whatever piece of that resonates, or something else that you are already aware of is a shadow aspect of yourself that you're working on already. Show me the recent past. King of Cups in reverse. Someone opening up. If this is someone opening up to you, it's someone who's someone who hasn't been able to find the words or the courage to tell you how they feel. They've kept it on lock, or no, that's not the right way to say it. They've kept it, they've withheld those feelings from you. If this is your energy, interesting. When I tap into the angle of this being from your perspective, I feel it quite differently. That you are almost like putting up a wall against love. Like, no, it's not quite that. It's rethinking, it's reimagining. Like how you emotionally connect to a partner, or what like emotional maturity means to you. Give me one more on the King of Cups. If this is Aquarius, ruminating on emotional maturity, how could that have manifested for them? Knight of Cups. Now, it did kind of, I'm not quite clear if this wanted to come through in the upright or the reverse. I want to say that this is spirit, like, doubling down on the energy, like I said what I said. One thing that I want to draw into it, because of the addition of the Knight of Cups, is that it's likely that Spirit's talking about romantic love here, and not just like the broader scope of love, like platonic love, friendship love, familial love, unconditional, cosmic love, love of all. That can definitely enter into this situation. I think it does a lot of times, especially for Aquarians. I'm partial to Aquarians' ability to tap into unconditional love, because I'm an Aquarian myself. But this one, when we add in the Knight of Cups, it does feel romantic. Or at least adding in the component of how you act on those feelings. So if this is expressing, or if these energies were expressed through you and not at you through someone else, then it has to do with your emotional maturity, or your conceptualization of that idea of emotional maturity, and what changes has that made in how you act on your emotions or not. You may feel more empowered to do what you love, or giving yourself permission to enjoy your life more. Okay, now when I look at these two things, this concept and this concept, and how they kind of intermingle, there's definitely like the possibility we're talking about the emotional component of indulging or overindulgence, or where do we draw the line between doing what feels good because it feels good? Like, is that the right way to choose what I'm doing because it feels emotionally, whatever your thing is that you gravitate to, does it feel safe? Or does it feel fun? Or does it feel pleasurable? Whatever emotional component that you're currently like magnetized to or drawn to, motivated by, that's what is leading into this exploration that you're going through right now. Show me the energy of the environment. Like, oh, now I have all these opportunities in front of me. Perhaps you've gone through, like you've transitioned from a time of limited opportunity to abundant opportunity. So are you going to get a stomachache because you're going from, well, I don't know when I'm going to be able to pick a mango and an avocado and enjoy them, so I have to eat them right then and there, or I have to like, I don't know if it's lack mentality or hoarding resources that I seem to be gravitating toward that component of the energy, but that's not all there is to it. The energy of the environment is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You're either taking some time off of work, or you're about to, or you may be going through a change in your career. How do you make money? Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, it would suggest that we're talking about an ending of sorts. So you may be leaving a job. I'm just tapping in to see if we're automatically connecting that energy to beginning a new job, and it doesn't seem that way, but it doesn't feel scary. It doesn't feel like you don't know where money is going to be coming from. Very interesting. And in your future, we have the Three of Cups and the Star in reverse. Okay. So this feels a little bit like ignoring your destiny to just enjoy and have fun in the moment. Is it ignoring? Is it overlooking, ignoring? Is Aquarius pushing back on? No, you're just feeling it out. Okay, I don't feel any concern with this energy. There's no like red flag, warning. Spirit feels very accepting of this. Tolerant, I should say. Tolerant. Aquarius is going to be feeling out this energy. Now, the star coming up at all, even in the reverse, definitely for Aquarius means we're getting closer to our purpose, living our purpose, fulfilling a destiny, so to speak. Feeling more hopeful, feeling more inspired. There's something having to do with the concept of enjoyment and fun and pleasure that's a thread running through this reading. And all I can pick up on really here with this Three of Cups is that Aquarius is going to be emphasizing the parts of life that you enjoy and using that as a barometer for what you feel like you're going to invest in, or what you feel like you're going to enjoy. Well, what you feel like you're going to prioritize. You're going to prioritize the things that you enjoy. Two of Pentacles, weighing out what opportunity am I going to take? What am I going to pluck? What am I going to accumulate the seeds from, and then go plant my own garden, and then like magnify the opportunity, grow the opportunities. So I don't have to work in the same sense anymore. It's almost like you have opportunities in front of you that could be all the opportunity you need for the rest of your life, if you kind of play your cards right, no pun intended. Like this Eight of Pentacles reversed could be a more overarching energy of your whole concept of how hard you need to work, or how much you need to work, or for whom you need to work, shifting. And this might be, the star reversed Three of Cups might be it might include a facet of what's the right word for this? Like what is it? Not no longer making decisions solely based on what is the most optimal thing for you to do for everyone. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to describe or to articulate this very well. Let me circle back and say it more generally. It's like becoming more selfish. And this has been a theme for Aquarius over the past couple of months, with selfish in a good way. Like living for yourself, putting yourself first, but recognizing that your own self is an important component of your destiny. That you're not meant to like destroy your own ego and be completely selfless and go through this life sacrificing everything about yourself and being kind of an empty vessel for spirit. This is like if you've felt that way, the pendulum kind of finding its center with, okay, yes, we can marry the concepts of destiny and personal enjoyment. There's in the Venn diagram of destiny and personal enjoyment, let's live in that happy space in the middle, the overlap. Oh, Spirit likes that. Spirit's tickled by my description of that. That's funny. I just got like head to toe shiver goosebumps. Show me surprise energy. What is going to impact the situation that Aquarius doesn't see coming? An ending. 10 of Swords. Some idea, thought process, paradigm that no longer serves you. You're going to be able to release it. Tell me more about the 10 of Swords. The 4 of Wands reversed was at the bottom of the deck when this came out, so it could have to do with a job that you were fired from or retired from. It could have to do with a marriage that ended, if you've been through a divorce in the recent past. Some sort of ending or belief that you've been still incorporating into your life because of having been through that ending, that you're going to recognize has no place in your future. You don't have a need for it anymore. Queen of Swords is Aquarian energy, being able to see through to the deeper truth of a situation. Well, I mean, it can be any air sign. It's Swords energy. But since we're talking to you, Aquarius, I see you strongly coming through in this reading with the Star and now with the Queen of Swords. It's not something that's just going to drop out of your life unintentionally. Queen of Swords, adding the Queen of Swords to the mix tells me that you're going to have a deep and thorough understanding about whatever it is that you're releasing here, mentally. It feels a bit like solving a puzzle. Some sort of incomplete puzzle that's existed in your mind about your life experiences. You're going to put the final piece in place and the picture becomes clear, and you no longer have to mull that puzzle over anymore because you've solved it. Release. Show me hopes and fears. See, I like the fact that it comes through with the Queen of Swords because it's not just a release, it's a release with understanding, with wisdom. What you can draw from that situation ensures that you don't go back because it's like a new bear with me, you guys. I know I'm getting very wordy on these last few readings. I'm getting like adding a lens. Let's say you have like a series of lenses that represent you being able to see the truth of life as you're experiencing it. And each time you might remove one lens and put a new lens in and tweak it and get, oh, now I can see things clear. Oh, there's a level of detail I could never see before. That's what I'm getting here with this Queen of Swords. It's like incorporating this and recognizing the value that that new perspective adds in your ability to see things and interpret things more clearly from this point forward. Your hopes and fears, we have the Knight of Wands. This is the first Wands energy appearing in your reading. It feels very vital, very what's the word for this? There's like kinetic, is that? I don't know why they're giving it to me this way. I don't have the words for what you're giving me. Sorry, they keep giving it to me the same way, so I'm gonna give it a chance to see if I can get the right words to come out. Is it pent up energy? Is that why you're giving it to me that way? Focused energy becomes more powerful. This, okay. Let me back up and begin just interpreting this for the position, and then I'll come back to the energetic aspect that I was getting. Knight of Wands as hopes and fears. You want to bring more energy into your life. You want to behave in a way that is more passionate, more pure, less restrained. You may want more passion in your life. You may want to experience passion with other people. Like you may want to have a passionate romance, and so you're hoping for like a Knight of Wands character to manifest into your life. Someone dynamic and expressive and exuberant, enjoys life. Or you may want to manifest those qualities within yourself. So, bringing it back to, they were giving me this concept of because they're drawing it back to the lenses, and when you take sun energy and focus it through a lens, it can be very precise and very powerful. For some of you, there's this component of harnessing energy that's available to you if you can focus narrowly enough. Okay, I'm gonna say this and then I'll try to move on. It's for some of you, you want to be more like the Knight of Wands and you're not sure how. You may feel a bit more scattered or lacking enthusiasm or lacking energy or lacking follow through. I'll say this, the potential is definitely there. Part of this sun energy can be translated into Aquarius themselves. But one of the keys to unlock this potential has to do with focus and restraint. Okay. Like if the Knight of Wands were to be easily distracted or stay in the mode of accumulation, then he can't become like Johnny Appleseed. Like maybe he harvests a bunch of apples and then he goes on the mission of planting an orchard across an entire continent. Or he could see an abundant valley and say, I live here now. I don't have to work ever. I'm just going to pick fruits and vegetables and live off of this for the rest of my life. And it's not like I'm getting an emphasis, because this is hopes and fears, so this is coming from you. It's not advice from spirit. We'll see what comes up in that position. But it's almost like, yes, you could do that, this, or that. You can take this energy that's available to you now and translate it through the lens of however you want your life to go. Sorry, I know I'm getting a bit obtuse. I apologize. Let me continue. Show me. By that I meant like I'm becoming more like general and broad with my interpretations, and I try to go the other direction, become more and more specific. Okay, end result, we have the Two of Wands. At a crossroads, making the plan, embarking out of your comfort zone, choosing the path and leaving the comfort zone behind. Tied in with that is the Ace of Wands reversed, which I think in this instance is tying it back into the inherent challenge of the Two of Pentacles. It's like you can't be one individual and take both paths at the same time. You're going to have to sacrifice one path or the other. And see, that's kind of tying it into what I was getting with this Knight of Wands versus like the Johnny Appleseed analogy. Like, are you going to choose to embark on a new path, or are you going to stay at the crossroads, set up camp, and live there? I think Aquarius wants to choose a path, wants to keep going and planning and evolving and give me more on the Two of Wands. But yeah, you're going to have to choose. Well, you're going to have to choose. There's an aspect of not being able to leave options open. And that if you insist on doing so, it's, whether you are aware of it or not, it's going to keep you tethered to the crossroads. You might think you're traveling down a certain path, but if you're like, well, I'm just going to keep coming back to home base to harvest more seeds, and then I'll go plant, and then I'll come back here, and then I know, I'm extending the metaphor too much. Give me more on the Two of Wands. It's like you have to let something go in order to proceed with life. Yeah, you can't explore every opportunity. Seven of Cups reversed. It's not, well, I guess you... Is there really any can't in life? I feel like that's an exaggeration. Like, sure you could, but should you? Once you decide what you want, go for it. Once you decide what's going to make you happy, go for it. Don't put off making the decision. You run the risk of not taking any path. And the Nine of Cups is available to you, a wish being granted. Wish fulfillment is possible. But don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. Don't get lulled into a false sense of security because of the abundance that's available to you now. This abundance is intended to generate more opportunities. it's giving you choices, it's giving you options. What advice do we have for Aquarius? Wow. The Tower as advice says, don't be afraid to make bold, impulsive decisions. Don't be afraid to shock people. Don't be afraid to make drastic changes in your life. There are some of you that I'm getting, you feel like a lightning rod right now. Like you're harnessing magic, like you're harnessing some sort of energy that's like, it could be creative ideas, like you're tapping into a vein of like brilliant creative ideas. Like the ideas are just coming, so you like don't want to throw that off, and you're really tapped in. I want to pull one more. High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, there's a major, what's the right word for this? Overhaul? They're giving me the concept of stagnancy, creating a buildup of untapped energy that explodes. In a positive way. Breakthrough, a breakthrough moment. For those of you feeling stagnant, this feels like an encouragement to stay tuned in. Don't shut out spirit, don't shut off from your intuition or your higher self. Especially if you don't feel as connected right now. There's going to be a big breakthrough. Stay connected. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching and following. I will be back next week, so I hope this helped. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye.